Good morning. Today is February 6th, Thursday. Brihastavad. Let's get started. Establishing the place of prayer. Nam Myo Ho Renge Kyo. Nam Myo Ho Renge Kyo. Nam Myo Ho Renge Kyo. Here and now we have just chanted Nam Myo Ho Renge Kyo. At this moment, this place has become the place of prayer to Odaimaku, as a place of prayer for our heart during lifetime. At this very place of prayer to Odaimaku, all Buddhas have attained enlightenment. This is also the place where the Buddha have expounded their teaching. This word is which we read, believing and chanting Odaimaku as a place where the Buddha live in peace. Adoration of Gohonzon. In the mandala Gohonzon, the object of our worship is shown the origin of how the mandala was written. One day in the 12th month of 1274, 11th years of Bunne, I, Nichiren, wrote the Gohonzon in the village of Haki, province of Kai, the present-day Minobu-san, Yamanashi prefectures. It was the time when over 2,220 years have passed since Shakyamuni Buddha passed away. Nevertheless, in 3 countries of India, China, and Japan, namely in the world, there had never existed a Gohonzon like this. This is probably because none of our past masters attempted to spread the Gohonzon among the society even though they were aware of its existence, or it may be that nobody knew about it. Shakyamuni Buddha, after careful consideration, determined that he should conceal the Gohonzon until the arrival of an opportune moment to rebuild it, leaving it to the people in the period of Mappo. In fact, the Buddha preached in the Lotus Sutra that his messenger Jogyo Bosatz should spread the Buddha's teaching in the first 500 years of Mappo. As predicted by the Buddha, Nichiren Daishonin appeared in this world to rebuild the Gohonzon and expounded the teachings of the Odaimaku. Signatures given by Nichiren Shonin himself, Nam Myo Ho Renge Kyo. Words of oath before reciting the Lotus Sutra. To carry out the way of the Buddha, as the Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddha has been expounded his teachings without rest from the beginning to this day, not only in our world, but also in immeasurable world. Among his teaching, the Lotus Sutra is the most important. If you devote yourself completely to the faith in the Lotus Sutra, you will surely become a person who truly practices the way of Buddha. All of you even after my death, should continue having faith in the Lotus Sutra and reciting it. Make this oath before me now. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. 無常人人未妙の法は百千万号にも相立て祀ることかたし、我今見聞し従事することを得たり、願わくは如来の第一義を下せ、至極の大乗思議すべからず、見聞即知皆菩提に近づく。能線は方針、所詮は発心、色相の文字はすなわちこれ王人なり、無料の功徳皆この経に集まれり、このゆえに自在に妙に訓示密に訳す、内無知罪を滅し善を生ず、もしは真もしは法、共に仏道上座、万世の諸仏人人の妙伝なり、諸上世世ちぐし頂戴せん。両方蓮華経法弁本題にその時に生産三枚より安城として立ってシャリオツに告げたまわく、諸仏の知恵は人人無料なり、その知恵の門は難下難流なり、一切の正門百四仏の知ることあたわざるところなり、家はいかん仏かつて百千万の組種の諸仏に真言し尽くして諸仏の無料の同法行事、有名精進して名称あまねく聞こえたまえり、人人未曾有の法を成就してよろしきに従って時たもところ、一周悟りがたし、シャリオツは霊成仏しており、この方衆の因縁衆の非をもって広く根拠を述べ、無種の方便をもって衆生を引導してもろもろの弱を離れしむ。家はいかん如来は方便知見腹密びなすでに具足整理。シャリオツ如来の知見は広大人のなり。無量無下力無所意全上下脱三枚あって深く無際に入り一切の未曾有の法を成就整理。シャリオツ如来はよく衆に分別し巧みに商法を説き、根治入難にして衆の心を越化せしむ。シャリオツ用をとってこれをいわば無量無辺未曾有の法を仏ことごとく成就したまえり、闇難シャリオツまた特別からず家はいかん。仏の成就したまえるところは第一形にして難下の法なり、ただ仏と今しよく商法の実相を空人したまえり、いわゆる商法尿税総尿税小尿税大尿税力尿税差尿税陰尿税円尿税下尿税法尿税本末空教となり、いわゆる小法尿税小尿税小尿税大尿税力尿税差尿税陰尿税円尿税下尿税法尿税本末空教となり、いわゆる小法尿税小尿税小尿税大尿税力尿税差尿税陰尿税円尿税下尿税法尿税本末空教と。Expanding second chapter expedient. After carefully considering how he can expand clearly the substance of his enlightenment, Shakyamuni Buddha calmly opened his eyes and began talking to Shariputra, who was known to be the Buddha's wise disciple. The wisdom of the Buddhas, not to mention my own wisdom, is so deep and wide that it is far beyond your imagination. Since you want to understand Buddha's enlightenment, if it is expounded as it is, I first try to reveal my mind by using Hoben or expedient wisdom following your heart. However, since you could not even understand the purpose behind Hoben, you are far from being able to enter the world of the truth. Shravaka, who understands impermanence just by listening to the Buddha's teaching, and Pratyeka Buddha, who seeks enlightenment just by sensing impermanence through experience are the people who are practicing individually to reach the state of enlightenment. Hence, they cannot understand the interrelation between experience and the truth. This is because the Buddha, unlike you, has trained himself under countless Buddhas, carried out countless practice taught by them, and accomplished the goals of severe practice in order to attain enlightenment. His reputation is widespread. The Buddha's enlightenment is unprecedentedly deep and has been preached and expounded skillfully. However, it seemed to be too difficult for you to understand the true meaning. Shariputra, ever since I became a Buddha, I have been expounding my teaching broadly, using examples and parables. I used every kind of hoben or expedient wisdom in order to rid people and save them from attachment. The reason that was possible is because the Buddha is perfectly equipped with an understanding of both hoben and the truth. Shariputra, the Buddha's wisdom is wide and deep. That is to say, the Buddha holds four immutable minds known as Jihikisha, love, compassion, happiness, and deterrence. And when he expounds his teaching, he is versatile and flexible, equipped with 10 kinds of supreme wisdom, and teaches as he believes without reserve. At that time, his mind is unshakable, whipped off hesitation completely, distancing from and suffering and focusing on goodness so that he can ascertain the truth. In other words, the Buddha has all the wisdom to teach and lead all peoples. Shariputra, the Buddha adapts his teaching in accordance with time and place, conjuring teaching method fit for each other's. He teaches his way of teaching is very flexible, bringing those whom he teaches to certainly enjoy. Shariputra, all told, the Buddha has attained the Dharma, immeasurable excellence which none has achieved up to now. I will stop expounding my teaching to you. Listen carefully. Shariputra, I probably should not expound my teachings to you since you cannot understand the true purpose of the Buddha's teaching. The reason being, my word of enlightenment is unprecedented and is the most superior. It is a word you will never be able to reach. Only the Buddha attains the reality of all things in their first extent. This true state of all things must be viewed from the following 10th kind of perspective. So is the outside appearance, so is the nature hidden inside. Tai is a combination of the two. These three factors are the fundamentals of existence. Riki is the inner power, Sa is the outside effect, In is the direct cause, En is the indirect cause, Ka is the result, Ho is a new interrelationship with the surroundings suitable to its effect. The factors of Hom, which encompass So, Sho, and Tai, and Matsu, which encompass the rest, are the factors. Existence in all things and always complement one another. This is To, or equalities. 妙法蓮華経如来十両本第16我仏を得ておりこの方へたるところのもろもろの古衆無料百千万億歳阿葬儀なり常に法を説いて無私欲の衆生を強形して仏道にいらしむそれよりこの方無料公なり衆生を動線がためのゆえに方便して涅槃を現ずしかも実には滅動せず常にここに従して法を説く我常にここに従すれどももろもろの神通力をもって天道の衆生をしてしかしといえどもしかもみざらしむ衆話が滅動を見て広く斜里を供養しことごとく皆連邦を抱いて 活合の心を生ず。衆生すでに神仏し、七時期にして心入難に、一心に仏を見立てますらんと欲して、自ら神妙をしまわず、時に我及び宗祖ともに両重戦に言いず、我時に衆生に語る常にここにあって滅せず、方便力をもってのゆえに滅不滅ありと試験ず、予告に衆生の空行し信行するものあれば、我またかの中においてために無常の法を説く。なんだちこれを聞かずしてただ我滅動すと思えり、我もろもろの衆生を見れば空海に没在せり、彼がゆえにために身を現絶してそれをして活合を生ぜしむ。その心を連合するによってすなわち出てために法を説く。神通力格のごとし阿葬儀行において常に両重戦及び世のもろもろの重症にあり、衆生を尽きて大火に焼かれると見るときも我がこの道は安穏にして、天人常に10万整理恩林もろもろの道覚士の宝をもって、将軍整理宝珠は皆多くして衆生の有楽するところなり、昇天天空を打って常にもろもろの義学をなし、曼荼羅系のふらして仏及び大衆に参ず。我が浄土は破れざるにしかも衆は焼け尽きて夫婦もろもろの空の核のごとくことごとく10万せりと見る。このもろもろの罪の衆生は悪業の因縁をもって阿葬儀行を優れども三方の皆を聞かず、もろもろの功徳を終始入は七時期なることなるものはすなわち皆我が身ここにあって法を説くと見る。ある時にはこの衆のために仏従無料なりと遠く久しくすなわち仏を見立て祀る者にはために仏には相がたしと遠く、我が地力格のごとし栄光照らすこと無料に寿命無趣向なり、久しく法を主して得たるところなり、なんだちちあるものここにおいて疑いを生ずることなかれ、まさに断じて長く突きしむべし仏語は実にしてむなしからず、意の良き方便をもって王子王子戦がためのゆえに実にはあれどもしかも死すというに、よくこうもを説くことのなきがごとく我もまた世の父としてもろもろの空間を救うものなり、凡部の天道せるがために実にはあれどもしかも滅すという常に我を見るをもってのゆえに、しかも教師の心を起こし法一にして五欲に弱し、悪道の中に大津我常に衆生の道を行事道を行ぜざるを知ってどすべきところに従ってために衆の法を説く。自らこの念をなす何をもってか衆生をして無常道にいることを得て、速やかに仏心を成就することを得せしめんと。日蓮大聖人五妙法 The practice of Odaimoku chanting. All the marriage Shakyamuni Buddha has attained in other words, his true heart are included in the 5 letters of Myoho Renge-kyo. If we believe in and practice the teaching of the 5 letters at the cost of our lives, we are able gradually but surely to gain the Buddha's true heart. You should quickly bring your mind to face and follow the sole good of the true beacon. If the country does not decline, our safety is secure and we will be able to keep our mind tranquil. The treasures of the body are superior to treasures in a storehouse. The spiritual treasures are superior to the treasures of body. I advise you to accumulate spiritual treasures. My head is the head of my father and mother. My legs are the legs of my father and mother. My 10 fingers are 10 fingers of my father and mother. My mouth is the mouth of my father and mother. Yesterday, it happened to others. Today, it happened to oneself. Rivers bear fruit. Likewise, a young bridge will become a mother-in-law. Will you not neglect faith and chant Nam-myoho Renge-kyo? Arrows fly with the body's powers. Men act as a result of women's power. When we see smoke arising, we find fires. When we see men, we find women. Mishap comes from our mouths and ruin us. Happiness comes from our minds and adores us. Those who believe the Lotus Sutra necessarily gather happiness from afar. Pray to the Lotus Sutra wishing for longevity such as that of the crane or the turtle, and for happiness as when the moon is waxing and the tide is rising. Toki dono ama sho. A lamp grows when fed with oil. Grasses and trees grow thick when it rains. People will prosper without fail when they do good acts. Ueno dono gohenji. All living beings should respect three things: master, teacher, and parents. Kaimoku sho. Consider this in your deliberation, because of the principle that life is impermanent. Those who are born never fail to die. With Nichiren's boundless compassion, Nam-myoho Renge-kyo will spread beyond the 10,000 years period and into the boundless futures. Strive to carry out the two ways of practice and learning. Without practice and learning, Buddhism will cease to exist. Disciples of the Buddha should not fail to be grateful for the four favors received from parents, people, nation, and Buddhism, and repay them. Even though no specific reason may exist, the occasion of our death is certain to happen. To study Buddhism, first of all, we must know the time. How exists in the mind of those who have contempt for their father and treat their mother like a fool. You may have become ill because of the compassion of the Buddha. This illness may cause you to become aware of faith. Those parents bring up as many as 10 children. Children don't sustain their one another. The Buddha says, parents are always mindful of their children, but children do not worry about their parents. Some people recite the Lotus Sutra only with their mouths. They read the word of the sutra, but not the mind of the sutra. Even if they read the mind of the sutra, they read it without the experience of the sutra. When things go well, we should regard it as a miracle. When things go badly, we should regard it as a matter of course. Nam-myoho Renge-kyo, 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 ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経 Resolve to leave us with no choice but Lester's face day by day. Nichiren Shu expounded his teaching as follows. Reflecting deeply on my past, I Nichiren studied Buddhism from childhood and began to ponder and wish as follows. People's lifespans are never, for a single moment, static and continue to change. If you look closely at the state of one's dying moment, you will find that the breeze once exhaled is never inhaled again. That is exactly like when dew on top of a leaf falls off to the ground. Our life ends regardless of wisdom or foolishness or the age or youth. Therefore, since we have such a transitory life, we must learn about it deeply, keeping in mind day after day that the end of life is just before us and that our life is limited. Thinking about it in this way, you must come to realize that the most important thing upon this is a noble heart as a fundamental part of human beings. There is no other way to realize the existence of that noble heart and cultivate it than to follow the proper face. Since the proper face is precisely the face in the Odaimaku, you should devote yourself to it without delay. Since the proper mental activity arises with the proper face, true peace is achieved only when people who are engaged in such a mental activity collectively form a nation. At that time, those who live there will live at peace both in mind and body. Nam-myoho Renge-kyo. Repentance. For deep reflection on everyday life, the causes of all troubles and suffering in life all come from your misunderstanding. If you wish to notice your errors, you should collect your mind and see the truth in all matters. You must have proper belief to do so. If you deeply reflect upon your errors, even if they are errors which come from misunderstanding, and if you see the truth appearance in things, it will be like when fog and dew disappear in the sunlight. You will eventually realize your errors and certainly be forgiven. Nam-myoho Renge-kyo. Shi kyo nanji nyaku zanji shaga soku kangi shobutsu yakune nyoze shinin shobutsu shotan zesoku yumyo zesoku shojin zemyoji kaigyo tsudasha soku ishittoku mujo butsudo no orai se dokuji shikyo ze shinbushi jujun zenji 仏滅道後の下合義で昇天に世間資源奥異性の周遊説一切天に海奥よ Chapter 11 Before the stupor of treasures. To believe in and practice the Lotus Sutra is extremely difficult. Therefore, I, the Buddha, will be highly delighted if there is anyone who always performs the practice of the sutra seriously and continue to believe in it and keep it. All Buddhas feel the same way. The people whom the Buddha truly value are those who read their lives lived based on their faith in the Lotus Sutra. They are the very people who have true courage. They are truly devout. They are true to the precept and are the ones meant to be called true believers. They are mostly likely to follow directly the way of the Buddha with high resolve. After I enter Nirvana and when the days of Mappo, the period of latter age of the Dharma, alive those who read and recite this Lotus Sutra and practice it with firm belief in it are true disciples of the Buddha and are able to live with sincere heart. In the days after the Buddha's extinction, if there is anyone who expounds the true meaning of the Lotus Sutra, this person shall be a light to radiate on the peoples in this world. When the world becomes extremely hostile and full of hardship, if there is anyone who truly understands the teaching of the Sutra and expound them to the world, this person's effort will never be in vain. His reputation will prevail, winning the support and protection from many peoples. Shujo muhen se, エコーね。Parinirvanas. Offering of merit. I now show my appreciation to the three treasures of the Lotus Sutra, the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, for my being able just now to chant the Odaimoku and recite the Lotus Sutra, and offer the merits of the chanting of the Daimoku and the reciting of the Lotus Sutra to all those who have granted me favors with gratitude and to those who have passed away. I have the honor of chanting the Odaimoku and reciting the Lotus Sutra in front of the Mandala Gohonzon, which showed its perfect harmony and is unprecedented in history. I call on Kuon Jitsujo no Shakyamuni Butsu, the eternal Buddha Shakyamuni, or the original Buddha who continued his eternal relief mission, I call on Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, the fundamental law of cause and effect, which works beneath all existence, including human beings. I call on the Honge Jogyo, superior practice Bodhisattva Nichiren Daibosatsu, the Buddha's messenger, assigned especially to the period of Mappo, the latter age of the Dharma, who revealed the existence of the original Buddha and the true law of Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. I pray from the bottom of my heart and offer my profound appreciation to these fundamental three treasures, all expounded in the Lotus Sutra, Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Especially, I pray that the merits of our faith will reach the spirits of our ancestors. At the same time, I pray that all spirits, related and unrelated, will attain Buddhahood. The concluding part of the Juryo Hon, chapter 16, the duration of the life of the Tathagata, and the Jinriki Hon, chapter 21, the supernatural powers of the Tathagata, of the Lotus Sutra, which we have just recited, read as follows. I have only one wish, that is to know how I can quickly lead you to the right way of faith so that you can attain a Buddhahood. For that purpose, chant Odaimoku and lead your life following the teachings of the Odaimoku. Even if you cannot see me, if you do so, you will certainly walk along the way of the Buddha and attain enlightenment in this world. 主張無変性願道煩悩無修正願断訪問無人性願智仏道無常性願上 Sentient beings are immeasurable. I bow to serve them all. Our ever desires are exhaustible. I bow to consume all. The Buddha's teaching are immeasurable. I bow to study them all. The way of the Buddha is excelled. I bow to attain the path sublime. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. 유이간서 서우슈 해즈조쇼 지가 Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Let's continue chanting for inner peace of all living beings. सभी जीवित प्राणियों की आंतरिक शांति के लिए नाम-म्योहो रेंगे क्यो का जप जारी रखें. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. See you evening time or see you morning, tomorrow morning service time. शाम को मिलेंगे और कल मिलेंगे. Have a nice day.